Good morning, everyone. I'm out on my back porch and I'm revamping a wreath that hangs over our dormer window on our over the garage. I can't quite get far enough away. Here, let me just do this. There, I think you can see that better. Um, this wreath sits in a box all year long, and then it gets pulled out. It's a nice size. This is a 36 inch, and so it makes a nice statement over that dormer window, and so it was a nice silk. You can get those really cheaper ones that Joann's or Hobby Lobby or somebody will say, oh, only $5.99 or $6.99. You get there and they just look like they're going to fall apart any minute. I think this was like $50 to start out with. So it has held up very well, and it's gotten reworked several times. So anyway, I had 100 reds on it and 100 of these uh, icicle-looking LEDs, and then 100 of the little snowball, kind of a golden color, and it really shows up really pretty at night. And so you need a little something extra on it. I like to add just a little bit of a bow. Some years I will do something like that meshy stuff. I have to have something in there that's waterproof. So I had that on it one year, and this year when we took it down, I turned it on and there were both sets of whites came on, but the red didn't. I couldn't find the bottom part of the prong end of the red. So I thought, well, they're out, and I started pulling this all apart. And of course, when you're putting things on in a layer, you have to take them off in the opposite order. So of course, what went on first was the red. So I had to take everything off. I'm about an hour into it, and I just thought I would show you. It looks pretty. I mean, it looks nice just as is. This would be just a beautiful topper. And Rick does lights across the garage, and I put ribbons on, and we do a garland effect across there. So this makes a really nice accent piece on the top. So hang on just one sec. Okay, I'm back. So now, let me just check and make sure I am. Okie dokie. I wanted to come across the table. I'm hoping this is going to work. Um, this ribbon is really a nice ribbon, and it's nice for a starter. For somebody just starting out who wants to make a big bow. This is probably considered a number 50. In the old days, it was how many eighths of an inch told you, or how many sixteenths of an inch, I can't remember which, but you had number 1 for really a wedding work, and you had number 3 for everyday work. Number 9 we used to use for a big bow in front of our roses. If you were doing big wedding work or big funeral work, you would use the bigger, it was called number 40. And this is even just a little bit wider than that. So what I'm going to do is I want a bow that sits a little askew. And the reason for that is because this is sitting up probably 12 feet. I want to put it up there, and I don't want to have to go up there and retrieve it or fuss with it. And if I put the bow, this is my dead center. I have a loop back here that I've made very strong. If I put it here and it swings, then you're going to know it. But if I put the bow here and accent it like, do I have any shorter pieces? I apparently used this before, but if I have it like this and have it just slightly to the side, then even if it moves, it's still going to look okay. So I'm going to come around and see if I can do this to the side so you can see what I'm doing and I can see what I'm doing. So if I'm right here, I'm going to make my tail long enough to give myself a little bit of an area that I can tuck this in. I don't want it all loose and flying. So think about that. Think of where you are. So we're going to start it up there, and we're going to take our ribbon and we're going to crimp these two edges. I'm going to make this bow as if I'm right up on it. Even though I'm going to be probably 20-30 feet away, I like to know that I've made the bow secure. And let me just get my chenille. So I want to make also a flat bow. There's a difference. If I'm going to make a big poofy bow that's equal, I'm going to make all of my loops the same length, okay, the same distance. If I'm going to make a flatter bow, I'm going to start out smaller and then I'm going to increase my size. And even though this ribbon looks like it's the same on both sides, I'm still going to twist to give myself the control. And that twist is I'm twisting towards me this way. I'm going to make the same loop and catch it with my finger here, and I'm going to twist away from me going that way. And so this one is going to be the other side of the flat bow, the bottom, and it's going to be just a hair bigger and a hair bigger this way. And each time I want to make sure that I twist and crimp in the center of it so that I've crimped it here. I'm not like, it's not like this, it's not all fahoodled. I like that word. So it's going to be just a little bit bigger. Let me just get some distance there. This one's going to start coming down. It's going to be, see that? It's just, can you see how it's just a little bit bigger? A little bit longer. Again, a twist. Equal parts on that side, a little bit longer. There we go. I don't know how long this is going to be, so I don't know how many loops I will be making, but it's always an adventure, isn't it? Okay, that one's just a little bit longer. Just we're going to twist. Again, twist towards yourself when you're on the down side. Twist up on that side. You see how it's, can you see that, how it's getting? Okay. I think we have room for maybe 6. You know, every shop had a different unique thing. We used 6 loops on number 3 if we were doing just an arrangement, and we did 8 loops of number 9 if we were doing for roses or a big vase arrangement. The tails, that told us something, whether it was just a cross or if it was a sawtooth, you know, where your ribbon is, it has 2 tails. And different shops had different things. You could tell different designers had different looks. And then I spent a couple years, I worked, after I retired from our flower shop and we sold it and we went on and we had other businesses. When we moved closer here is Windermere, and we're pretty close to Disney. I got the job in their floral department, and it was really fun because where you have your own shop, you're worried about money. There it was like, wow, you know, the quality, because you're talking about $1 million or millions of dollars worth of flowers. Believe me, they got the best of the best. So now I have a hold of it with my thumb and with my 2 fingers. Let me turn it over so you can see. My thumb's on this side and my 2 fingers, my index finger and my ring finger, are holding this together. And my center finger is what was kind of like keeping things going. So now I'm going to take my chenille, I'm going to stick it down in the hole, little rabbit hole there. I'm going to bring it across, and again, pinch it tight. We're going to pinch this part and give it a twist. I don't care which way you twist it, but give it a good sturdy twist, because you're holding a lot of tension here. And so now we have the bow, and we're going to, I didn't do a loop over like I have shown you, I think, before. Maybe I didn't show you that. But you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm sorry, I'm hoping I'm doing this. 11, 12, 13, 14. So now you have a really pretty bow there. And again, this was easy ribbon. This wasn't floppy ribbon. Floppy ribbon gets a little bit more. I mean, this is wired here, or at least a very stiff surface. So now I've got this like this, and I'm going to, I'm not going to be able to show you this. Maybe I can. Okay. Again, here's my loop here, and here's my bow. Okay, I'm going to put that down, and it's going to be right here. Here's my, it's going to be askew, like I've shown you. And I'm feeding it through the wire on the back of this, because I really want this to, it's got, remember it's got weather conditions, so it's going to have to hang on tight. Make sure I've got it there. There we go. Now I have it. And you'll feel it. You'll feel what you're doing. And give it a twist underneath. And then this one's going to go over here, and this one is going to go over there. And you can tuck this in and bring it where you need it to be. And just remember, it's like anything, you know, if you're looking at it face on, you're going to see it one way. If you're looking at it from up above, it's up above and you're underneath, you're going to see it in a different. So play to your angle. See, now I'm looking at it and I still want to play with it. And then these, you can just tuck these in somewhere and make a little hole. Making a wreath is really fun. I love doing this. And then here we have another one. Like that. Remember, you're making it. It's your choice. If you don't like something, play with it until you do. And there you have it. There you have it. Let me take this off so you can see it a little bit better. There we go. My finger's in the way, isn't it? I'm sorry. So there you have it. That was how to make a bow. It wasn't a 101 bow. If you can master that, I'm real proud of you. Take care, everybody, and I hope to see you back for the next lesson. Remember, garden what you've got. Bye-bye.